everyone. We are in the Gabrielle Collection Taste Plus kitchen, getting ready to make some touchdown crispy rosemary honey lemon chicken wings. So here we are, got our mise en place ready, but first, as always, introduce the wine. So in our glass today, we're going to be enjoying our 2016 juxtaposition. That's 75% Cabernet, 25% Syrah. Juxtaposition, traditionally Cabernet and Syrah, and that's a juxtaposition. And as Katie has here, we're going to be showcasing the 12, 14, and 16 vintages today. But first, let's get the bites going. So over here, we're going to have our mise en place. On this side is going to be for the sauce. But first, the chicken. So get a little mixture in here. Right now, we've got 2 tablespoons of flour and about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. By adding the cornstarch, that's where you're going to get that crispiness from. Next, we're going to add some lemon sea salt, as well as our poultry rub seasoning. This is fantastic for chicken. That's the poultry rub. I'm going to go ahead and mix this together. All right, and then separately, I'm going to go like this. Put on some gloves because we're going to be dealing with some chicken wings. Some of my favorite bites, depending on how you do them. It really do just tasty. Showcase the product, showcase the wine, and they pair extremely well, especially with wine, because you're going to have that salt, sweetness, that goodness. So what we did before is we've separated them, the drumettes and the wings, but before ever cooking them, you're always going to want to pat dry and just rest on some paper towels. And doing that sucks out the moisture, which is going to allow for a better sear and crispiness. Next, we're going to toss them in a little bit of savory olive oil. So I like to put a little bit down first and throw these in. Here we go. They can be a little sticky. You're always going to want to try and keep one hand clean. This way, you can do some other maneuvering. Let's get these tossed in. And by coating with the olive oil, it allows this mixture to really adhere to it. Similar to making popcorn when we did that earlier in the year. You always want to coat in the olive oil first. Allows for a better stick. I think we're a good amount right here. Switcheroo. We'll be back to that later. And just toss them in the flour. Now, depending on your preference, for me, for some reason, I always just like going directly on the sheet pan. Some people prefer a wire rack, parchment paper, what have you. The end goal is to make them taste good and eat them all. So as long as everybody finishes the chicken wings, you did something right. I'm going to grab these, toss these in. We're going to throw them into the oven, and then we'll jump on the sauce. For the oven, what we've got here is about 400 degrees. We'll put them in, check them out about 15 minutes, and then cook them for another 15. So 30 minutes, give or take. Again, you're going to want to get to that 165 temperature altogether. And once you reach that, you know you're all set. So again, we'll pop these in for 15 minutes. Be right back. All right, now welcome back, everybody. Now we're going to get into our rosemary honey glaze. As always, first things first. Excited. So, here are our ingredients that we're going to be using. I want to start the pot with a low heat because all we're going to be doing is incorporating the flavors and bringing it to a simmer, and that's going to be our glaze. Right before we pull the chicken, we'll heat it up again, toss it again. Over here, we've got our GC Napa Valley rosemary honey. All the Tuscan rosemary is organically grown right here in Napa at the O'Connell family estate. Next, our jalapeno olive oil right here, a little lime juice, lemon juice, and some apple cider vinegar for the acidity. So, quick little trick. When using honey, always heat it up first so it's a little bit more pourable. It just makes it easier for the show and convenience. A little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of lime juice, some jalapeno olive oil for the heat. You know, on the Foodie Club recipe, originally we did some chili flakes, which has some wonderful flavor. At that time, we didn't have our jalapeno olive oil. Now that we do, that's what we're going to substitute. And as you can see, we're just going to kind of mix this up, bring it to a simmer, about 3 to 5 minutes, not too much. So this is something you can do right before people are coming over or in advance like we're doing today. See that little seed? We don't really want to serve that, so we're going to get that out. And then you'll notice it's just a clear consistency. Nothing too much, just some flavor. Let that get going. And again, once we're all ready, toss the chicken in that just before service and you're all set. Enjoy.